And here we go. I'm John Retton with my review of AEW Dark back in Universal Studios, and I know they do mass tapings in Universal Studios for 3 to 4 hours with a bit of a break in the middle, and that's smart. You can cobble a whole bunch of matches together, put them out on YouTube with Excalibur and Taz calling the action, and there you go. And it gives the wrestlers enough of a reaction from the audience that, they can see what's working, what's not working. I just like the studio feel. But that being said, since Elevation's on the previous day, Dynamite's on the next day, they have a day break and then Rampage, they don't need to be making Dark over an hour. That's just my opinion. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. I apologize for this review being up a little bit later than normal, but I did a double feature of movies last night. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, and Encanto. I liked one of those more than the other. You can check out my reviews to find out which one. And also, I basically had to go to bed. I didn't have time to watch this, so that's why it's a little bit later. Watch it anyway. Why not? So it wasn't a bad edition, but it did run a little bit long with a couple matches. That being said, 12 matches, 80 minutes, so at least a couple of them were short. Captain Shawn Dean and Carly Bravo took on Silver and Reynolds of the Dark Order. Not a bad match. Dean and Bravo are a pretty good team. They have some good fire, have been able to show some good personality and some good tag team work. And Silver and Reynolds are a good team. I'm just not a big fan of the Dark Order. I never have been. Nothing personal against them. That's just my opinion. Fine tag work, and the combination of Silver and Reynolds do to end up with a jackknife cover 1, 2, 3. There you go. Riho took on Karmadine. Karma hit Paula Dean pretty goddamn hard, but that is not who this is. I don't really know it wasn't terrible. I've never seen Karmadine before. I'm not the biggest fan of Riho, though I admit she has athletic ability. She hits that stomp 1, 2, 3. That's about it. 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, who, man, for a while they were all over the place. They were on Dynamite, they were on Rampage, they were on Dark Elevation, they were on Dark. They were invading AEW headquarters wherever the fuck they are. Now, in all seriousness, they've gotten a lot of programming, or a lot of time on AEW programming, and they made the most of it. 2.0 has some good personality. Garcia is very good. Even though I hadn't really heard of him before AEW, I see why some people have been praising his indie work. They took on Gabriel Hodder, not to be confused with Kane Hodder's. He's not his younger brother, if you will. Adrian, Soriano, and Matthew Omen. It's for you, Matthew. It's all for you. Adrian apparently lives in a goddamn gym, is what I noted. Everybody got in their shots, and the enhancement guys got in some moves. But this is no doubt a way to get 2.0 and Garcia over. And there was 2 for the show, and then the Scorpion, the bend-back Scorpion for the win. Shivani then interviews 2.0 and Garcia. Garcia is taking on Eddie Kingston for the Black Friday edition of Rampage, which will no doubt be taped after AEW Dynamite. Probably smart to give people Thanksgiving and, a few days off. Kiera Hogan took on Notorious Mimi. Mimi showed some fire and some personality and hit a couple nice strikes, but Kiera Hogan got a roundhouse kick soon after 1, 2, 3. That's about it. Bear Country took on Chad Lennox and Kane Carter. I like Bear Country, but it seems like one of them, I believe I can't remember which one has gotten injured quite a bit, but they're a good team. Just hopefully they can both stay healthy. They have good size. And there was a double slam and then a high splash. 1, 2, 3. That's about it right there. Anthony Green took on Jameson Ryan, who apparently also lives in a goddamn gym, and landed badly on a back suplex. I hope he's alright. That looked painful. Anthony Green gets a crucifix pin variation. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. And Green gets interviewed by Tony Schiavone, who's all over the goddamn place. And it's going to be Anthony Green versus Adam Cole, baby, next week on Dark. So that's a way to boost views. Joey Janela with Miss Rossi took on Zack Clayton. Zack Clayton has good size. I'm not the biggest fan of Janela in the ring. I've made that clear. Though I do want to say, even though I wasn't at the show, I got to see the aftermath of when he faced Nick Wayne, who is Buddy Wayne's kid. And Nick Wayne's really fucking terrific. Great kid. Great talent. He's going to go far. Janela gave a passionate speech about how Nick made his father proud and that kind of stuff, and how he sees great potential in him, how he's going to be a future star in wrestling and everything. And so, however I feel about Janela as a wrestler, that was a passionate speech. You can clearly tell that he cared about Nick. That was good stuff. I will give credit there. because it is all about brotherhood in wrestling or sisterhood. The Divine Secret of the Yaya Sisterhood. Boy, that movie was weird. But that was a good speech by Janela. That being said about this match, Zack has size and Janela won with an elbow. And Miss Rossi also got involved. She's got potential. She's got really good size. So, Lexi Nair, was not aware she was still associated with AEW. They got a lot of people involved. They're going to have to eventually trim down some stuff or come up with 2 tours for Dynamite and Rampage. She interviews Bear Country. They won all the competition. All the smoke, I believe, as the kids say. Emi Sakura with Lulu Legend Pencil took on Valentino Rossi. Valentino Rossi has shown personality in some of her recent outing. I do not care for Emi Sakura. And she won with a backbreaker. The Queen's Gambit. Cool. So Matt Hardy with George Joel, who I think, has something. It's going to take a while to bring it out of him as far as, getting him more experience on AEW programming. Matt Hardy took on Brick Aldridge. Okay, no, I am not going to invest a ton of time in watching a Matt Hardy match in 2021. Sorry. He's busted his body, broken his body for wrestling, has had some very, very good matches, both singles and, teaming with his brother Jeff. He does have a big name. He can't go in the ring anymore, and he wins with the twist of fate. Nothing against Brick Aldridge. He was fine. The Acclaimed, Bowens and Caster, took on Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. Anderson with Arn Anderson. So, Brock needs a lot more time. A lot more time before they can start featuring him on Dynamite and Rampage, and really before they should be featuring him in anything, or maybe shorter matches than this. He's got something, but it's gonna take a while. Lee Johnson, however, very good. Acclaim, they're a good team. Brock got targeted for a while. Lee got the hot tag, and then Brock got tagged back in. And later we get a distraction. Chain punch, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Wardlow beat Rolando Perez very quickly with a bunch of power bombs and then a press slam into the Casualty of War. If you can do that to smaller guys, I would be fine with that. Otherwise, I think just the multiple power bombs would be a pretty good finisher. So, Lee Moriarty taking on Nick Camarda with the Factory because they're still bound and determined to keep all these fucking factions here. Lee is very good. Nick has good size. Strength versus technique here. And Lee kept going for the arm. Nick kept using his power. He did a one-arm press slam for the finish and then got rolled up. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Lee then got interviewed afterwards, and that was it. Not a bad addition to Dark. I'm going to see how these reviews do going forward or whatever, because I might just be watching Dark and Dark Elevation and just cut them out completely starting next year. We'll see, because eventually it just gets to where there's just too much of a good thing, and maybe I just need to cut some shit out. But anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rentlin. I'll see you soon.